Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brickbods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Ninjago City sets. So we built these all on live streams, which you can find in the link now, but we've only just put them together this week, and I have to say it's impressive. It's a lot more than I was expecting, and I'm quite overwhelmed looking at it. So I would like to say this video is not going to be a set review. I'm not going to review each of the sets individually, and I am in no way a Ninjago expert or in fact a fan. The Ninjago theme isn't really on our list of ones that we buy from often. So let's talk first about the similarities in these sets. You can tell these are meant to be put together, so all three sets are great for making like a cohesive cityscape pretty easily. I say low cost, but obviously they're on the secondary market super expensive now. But if you bought them from retail value, you can get a large footprint city that works together really quick. On the other hand though, because it's a very specific city style, if you are using these sets to bolster an existing city, there is some work that you'll need to do to kind of make it match. So the uniqueness of like the water in this city means that it doesn't really go with a city you might already be creating. So you either need to change the water that you've got there to sort of match up with this, or a lot of people put these in a different area of their city and name it sort of Ninjago City. So it doesn't really gel very well with existing cities, but it does add something to them. Each set is beautifully detailed, so many elements in them, stickers galore, lots of little hidden elements that you would really understand if you were a Ninjago fan. And that, I guess, is the thing that I'm most disappointed about, is that I know there's stuff in here that I don't understand, and I'd like to know about it because I think it would really help the build experience. It would really add a lot more to these sets. But if you're not a fan, they still can work. There are tons of build techniques in these sets, lots of different ones in every set. So for the builder, it's really quite a fun experience. And to achieve some of the different build techniques, they've recoloured a lot of parts. That's really good for adding to the lists of parts that are available. So the legacy of these sets is really good. But people refer to the roof builds specifically as like really nice part usage. But to achieve most of those roofs, they have recoloured parts. So the average person couldn't have done this. You couldn't have gone, oh, look at those sausages, they'll make a really good roof technique in black, because we didn't have black sausages. And the same with like shovels and things. They didn't appear in that colour. The treasure chest lids, really nice roof, but the average user wouldn't have had that option. It's only because it's been recoloured that has become a build technique for roofs now. So some of the differences in the sets, you've obviously got the docks in the middle is quite substantially shorter than the other two sets. Also, the main detail of the docks, once you put them together, is on the other side. So the frontage is kind of backwards. You need to put it this way round to line them up, all the walkways and things, but then you're ending up not seeing that detail. But it's still an impressive view from this side, but the other side I think I prefer. Also in the Ninjago City Garden set, they've changed all the colouring of the lights. So between docks and city, they maintained sort of the orange light theme, whereas in gardens, you've now got the blue one. And I think I prefer the blue one. I quite like it. But I don't like the fact that they don't match. And I would rather see them in keeping, just to create that cohesive feel a bit more. For us, our preferred set is different. Ian likes the docks best. I think he enjoyed the build of that one because it's not as stacked. There's a lot less chaos going on. You're building upwards, but you can take out the parts down easily to look inside, and it's a really nice one with all that extra water as well. For me, I think Ninjago City is my favourite because just looking at that set, there's something about it that looked really good. I don't know if it was because it was the original one and I remember really wanting that one, whereas the gardens I've obviously just bought because I like to continue the theme. I didn't really look at the gardens in much detail beforehand, but I knew I wanted the city set. I also really like the rooftop restaurant on that one. I much prefer the tall tower on that one to the newer tower. I like the colouring better on the gardens tower, but I like the shape of the city tower better. I also think for me, the gardens build wasn't as enjoyable because there's quite a lot of dark brown and brown in there, and I always find those really hard to tell the difference in the instructions, and it can just really ruin a build for me, and that is kind of what happened for me on the gardens set. So is it worth getting all three of these sets? Are you gaining much from having them all? So I think it is. I think each set has got different techniques, and so the builds aren't the same. You're not repeating the same techniques in each version. They are new techniques, so it's got a lot of value in there from a build perspective. And also they are quite versatile in how you can display them. So you can display them like I've got here, which requires you to remove some of the parts from gardens, or you can switch it round. And ultimately, they look beautiful and they definitely add to a city, even if you have to make a few changes to your city to fit them in. So let me know what you think of the Ninjago Cityscape. I'll be adding it into our city this week, and we'll be doing a overview of our Ninjago/Chinatown area for next week's Chinese New Year special. So make sure you come back for that. And also, if you want to check out our Chinatown playlist, I'll link that up for you now. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.